Hello, this is Wajahat Nazir, and I'm the owner and co-founder of myonlinetutoring.com and pakistanitutors.com. Today, I will record my lecture on economics and I will explain the basic concepts of economics. I teach economics to O and A level. Apart from that, I also offer economics to MBA and CBSE, GCSE and others level. So, let's come to the point. What is economics? What is economics? There are a lot of definitions regarding economics, but we go on the simplest one and we will explain it. So, economics is the study of wealth. What do we mean by wealth? By wealth we mean goods and services. By goods and services we mean commodities. So in economics, the word wealth is equals to goods and services, which is equals to commodities. So now the definition becomes economics is a study of wealth, or economics is a science of wealth or goods and services or commodities. Clear? Now, the second point, goods and services. So here, it is important to explain that what type of goods the economics deal with. The goods can be divided into two broad categories. One is free goods, other is economic goods. The free goods are those are in unlimited supply and price. We don't have to pay any price. The price simply, there is no price for economic goods. Sorry, there is no price for free goods. So free goods are in abundant supply, unlimited supply. You can get free goods without paying a single penny. On the other hand, economic goods are those are limited in supply and price. Definitely, yes, you have to pay price to get those economic goods. Okay? Again, I'm repeating, the two broad categories of goods are free goods and economic goods. For free goods, you don't have to pay any price and they are in unlimited supply. On the other hand, economic goods are limited in supply and definitely you have to pay price to get those economic goods. Next page is okay. So the main concern of economic is economic goods. We have nothing to do with the free goods. Now, I just want to explain more about this economic goods. The economic goods can be break down into two categories: consumer goods, public goods. Sometimes consumer goods are also referred as private goods. consumer goods or private goods are mainly designed for us. For example, this marker by which I am writing is a consumer good or a private good. The pad which I am using, the paper which I am using is consumer good. Car, petrol, marker, pen, pencil, rubber, sharpener, computer, laptop, mobile, all are in the category of consumer goods or private goods, which we consume, consumer goods. Public goods, first of all, always remember the word public is referred to as government. In economics, the word public referred to as government. So the public goods are those are offered by the government. For example, the bridges, highways, roads are all public goods. Mainly the bridges, roads are, what we call them, are public goods. Another type of economic good is capital goods. Capital goods are also one of the type of economic goods. Again, the definition of economic goods, that they are the supply of economic good is limited and price, definitely price is there for economic goods. Yeah, even if the government is not charging price from the general people, it does not mean that these goods are free for you. They will remain economic goods. The public goods, even if you are not paying for any price, but we will explain that how you pay for public goods in the coming lectures. So mainly public good is a type of economic goods. So what are capital goods? Capital goods are those goods, those we do not consume directly, but they are the goods. They are the goods, those are mainly capital goods are used either to make consumer goods or the goods like truck, crane, the raw material used to manufacture consumer good is included in consumer goods. Okay? So capital goods are those are helpful in creating or in manufacturing consumer goods. So these are the three main types of goods. Consumer goods, also referred to as private goods. Capital goods, which we do not consume directly. The raw material is capital goods. The truck, crane, or they are helpful. The capital goods are helpful in creating the consumer goods. Public goods, those are offered by the government. The word public is equals to government. Okay, move on to the next. Okay, now what I have to explain, I have explained the goods, and then, okay, now we are explaining the definition of economics in more detail. The first line we have written that economics is a science of wealth. By wealth we mean goods and services, and by goods and services we mean commodities. So these three terms are same. Either we say wealth or we say commodities, or we say goods or services. So these all are the same terms. So economics is the study of wealth. It deals with, further we say it deals with the production of wealth, consumption of wealth, exchange of wealth, and distribution of wealth. So economics also deals with the production of wealth, that how goods and services are produced, how they are manufactured. So this is mainly the manufacturing. How they are consumed, that how a consumer used them. Exchange, buying and selling is mainly related with the exchange process. Distribution, that how they are being distributed among all over society. Different channels of distribution are there. For example, how it goes from producer to wholesaler, from wholesaler to retailer. So that's all about the distribution of wealth. So economics deal with the production of wealth, economics deals with the consumption of wealth, economics deals with the exchange of wealth, and economics deals with the distribution of wealth. So these are the 4 main points regarding economics definition. So economics is the study of wealth, it deals with the production of wealth, it deals with the consumption of wealth, it deals with the exchange of wealth, it deals with the distribution of wealth. So mainly goods and services. Okay? Here, I just want to inform that when production, now we are talking about production of wealth, that how goods are produced. How goods are produced, and in economics we always study that what is the basic problem of economics. What is the basic problem of economics? So whenever you study the basic economic problem, it's always related with the unlimited wants versus limited resources. So the basic problem of economics is unlimited wants and limited resources. That's why the 3 main questions arise. What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So the basic problem of economics is unlimited wants, that we have, the general public have unlimited wants, and to fulfill those unlimited wants we have limited resources. So the producer has to think on the 3 main questions, that what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. These 3 main questions comes into the mind of producer because limited resources are there. Okay? So because of these limited resources, the producer, the manufacturer has to think. Okay? So this is the main problem of economics. Next, whenever a producer or a manufacturer, whenever a producer wants to give production, he or she has to think about 4 factors of production. So there are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and the 4th one is entrepreneur or organization. We will explain these 4 factors of production in detail, but at the moment I just want to say that land does not mean only the piece of land, but it means all natural resources. The forest, rivers also included in land. Labor is either physical or mental, both labor. In economics, an engineer is also counted in labor. The teacher is also counted in labor. A doctor is also doing labor. The capital means not just money, but all man-made items. All man-made items are part of capital. And the fourth one is the entrepreneur or organization. Entrepreneur or organization is a person or an organization who combine all the above three factors of production, means the land, labor, capital, for what? For what? For profit. He is the one who work for profit. What does it mean? That the others are also working for something. So there is a reward. What is the reward of these four factors of production? For labor, we call it wages. So one who provide labor will charge wages. The one who provide land will charge rent. The one who provide capital will charge interest. So these are the four factors of production, and the rewards of four factors of production are rent for land, wages for labor, the interest for capital, and profit. The entrepreneur or the organization work for profit, and definitely for any organization the main objective is profit, is to make profit. Yep. Now with this I just want to end up my lecture, but I want to include one main point. One main point is economic systems. There are main two types of economic systems. There are two main types of economic system, and these economic systems are based on land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. Who is going to control these four factors of production? So economic system, the basis of economic system, that who will going to control land, labor, capital, organization or entrepreneur. If government control these four factors of production, then we call it command economy. Then we call it command economy. Sometimes we call it planned economy, and this leads to socialism. So in socialism, land, labor, capital and organization are controlled by the government. What I am saying, that we have two main broad categories of economic system, and the basis of those economic system is all about the controlling four factors of production. If these four factors of production are controlled by the government, then you will call that economic system as command economy, planned economy or socialism. On the other hand, if these four factors of production are controlled by individuals, producers, then it is known as capitalism. Then it is known as capitalism or market economy. So it's all about controlling the four factors of production. So the basis of economic system is on four factors of production. that who is going to control the 4 factors of production. Now, the third one is known as mixed economy. And mixed economy is nothing, it's just a mixture. That some factors of production are controlled by individuals, some are controlled by the individuals, and some factors of production are controlled by the government. Means the some units are controlled by the individuals, some industries are controlled by the government. So with this, I end up my lecture over here, and we will keep on recording more lectures on economics. That's all. This is Wajahat Nazir. You can connect me on my Skype ID, or you can connect me on my mobile number, which is +92 300 256 2296. I charge $10 to teach. Skype is my online tutoring, or my another Skype ID is Pakistani tutors. I also arrange online tutors from Pakistan and India. So simply connect me on WhatsApp. This is the first lesson. You can treat this lesson as a demonstration also. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.